All right, I want to update you about what's going on in Seattle, but I want to briefly talk about the conflict in Libya again. I've been talking about this for a while. And I would say right now, I firmly believe that of all the hotspots in the world right now, North Korea, the South Pacific Sea, Kashmir, Iran, Donbass, Yemen, Venezuela, Libya is a place that I think is by far the most likely to result in a major regional war in the near future. Now, I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but if a major regional war occurs in the next few months, it's probably going to be in Libya. So the situation right now today, Turkey is still delivering cargo planes and cargo ships full of weapons, ammunition, armored vehicles, jihadists from Syria. They're delivering this into GNA-held territory, the Government of National Accord. And then on the other side of Libya, you have Haftar and the LNA, the Libyan National Army. Now, al-Sisi, the president of Egypt, he's been massing his Abrams tanks on the border. Now he's got his best planes out there, his best helicopters. He's got everything on public display. It's kind of funny, really. And the Egyptian government is publishing all these photos and drone video of all their best military assets and saying we're not afraid to go into Libya and use this stuff. And it looks like Egypt pretty much has the Arab League on their side. Turkey's only allies in the Arab League are really Qatar and Somalia. All the big dogs seem to be backing Egypt, including Tunisia, which is significant because Tunisia borders key GNA territory. Now, the EU, America, the Arab League, basically they're all calling for Turkey to cease and desist what they're doing right now. They're saying, Turkey, stop sending weapons and jihadists to Libya. Okay, now I want to talk about the CHOP, formerly known as the CHAZ, and Seattle Mayor Jenny Durkan, because yesterday she finally conceded that the occupied zone needs to be dismantled. Now, this is after 2 weeks of publicly defending it. And I mean, she even went there and did a photo op and heaped praise on it. Well, it's just been deteriorating. So during the daytime, it's not even safe. I mean, there's videos of fights and different things during the daytime. At nighttime, it's a mecca for the homeless, for junkies, for drug gangs, and people LARPing as Bolshevik revolutionaries. So Saturday, there was a bunch of incidents. And I posted a collection of videos. I put it on Bitchute only. I didn't put it on YouTube because some of the videos are exactly the kind of thing that YouTube loves to delete and give people strikes over. The kind of thing that they will declare is a fight video, even if it's important, relevant news. And so there's a whole bunch of divisions that clearly have evolved in this occupied zone. The thing that's most interesting to me is that Antifa is widely hated. There's all different kinds of groups, and a lot of them all don't like Antifa. They all think that Antifa is white suburbanite LARPers. There's other divisions along ideological lines. There's divisions along racial lines. And there is quite obviously people there who clearly are black separatists who don't like white people at all. And they've even started segregated areas. So this is supposed to be like social justice warriors for racial equality and all this. And there's some weird scenes where there's actual racially segregated areas just for black people with these weirdo whites standing guard to keep other white people from getting in. Now, you probably heard there was a major shooting. And so the lead up to this, I have video on Bitchute. There's a large group, I think it's all black males, and they're in a huge battle in the street. And then there's live cams that picked up the gunshots. There's basically 6 or 7 gunshots, and then 32 seconds later, there are 1 or 2 more gunshots. And then actually 28 minutes later, there appears to be 2 more gunshots. Now, it took the police like 11, 12 minutes to get there. And when the police enter the zone, a mob forms and violently opposes them. And the Seattle police flee from the scene of a murder. And so I don't know if any investigation has been conducted. The Seattle PD is saying that no one is cooperating. Now, a 19-year-old black male died. And then a 33-year-old black male was shot. He is, as of right now, he is still listed in critical condition. Now, since I made the Bitchute collage, there's another video. It's a white guy, and he's talking into his cell phone, and he says a bunch of black guys are fighting, and it's getting more and more violent. And I just saw a guy pull out a huge knife, and then he goes, and it just got too dangerous for white boys. And so he leaves, and then he turns around and he goes, people are running, and there's like a bunch of people running towards him, and then you hear the gunshots, bang, 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 bang. That's the original first burst. 1 dead, 1 still critically wounded in the hospital. Police have been totally obstructed. No one's cooperating. And then Sunday evening, I think it was around 11 p.m., another shooting. A 17-year-old was shot in the arm. Once again, no one will cooperate with the police. The guy who got shot will not even cooperate with the police. Police know nothing. As far as I can tell, these are basically gangland murders by the drug gangs. Now, another thing that's happened is for a while, there was this huge amount of videos and live streaming in the CHOP, and everyone, look how great this is, come join us. Now it's completely changed. Now there's signs everywhere telling people not to take video, and not 1, but 2 different people have been mugged and had their cell phone stolen during live streams. One of them was videoing, it was Sunday night when the 17-year-old was shot in the arm, and he had been doing a live stream for like 4 hours. And then gunshots ring out, and 2 guys with guns rob him of his cell phone, and not knowing it's a live stream, they videotape themselves trying to delete video, like blatant obstruction of justice, or trying to delete video because they think he might have picked up the shooting, which he actually didn't. And then there's another live stream where a guy is actually going on and on about how great the CHOP is and how it's peaceful. And then some guy with a metal club hits him. It might be a metal baseball bat. It's a little bit hard to tell. Hits him, takes the phone, and then you hear the victim in the distance yelling, thief, thief. And there's pictures and commentary from other people who allege that they have been victims of robbery in the CHOP and had their cell phones taken. So we know this is going on because it was captured on 2 different live streams. So we've got shootings, murders, armed robbery, strong armed robbery, open drug market, huge fist fights in the streets. So Monday, the mayor of Seattle, after 2 weeks of praising the CHOP, finally concedes that it needs to be dismantled. But she refuses to give a timeline and says that she would prefer that everyone leave peacefully. So, is this genuine? Is she really going to clear out the CHOP? Well, the Seattle City Council just banned the police department from using tear gas and pepper spray. And apparently, according to commentary I read by one Seattle cop, they're not allowed to carry tasers. So the only thing they're allowed to use now are batons and handguns. And you've got people in the CHOP vowing that they're not going to leave peacefully, that they're going to fight the cops if the cops try to move them. Well, they can't use tear gas, they can't use pepper spray, and as far as I know, they're not allowed to use tasers. The only thing they have left is to beat people with batons or shoot them with guns. And we all know that if any Seattle cop does this, they're going to be crucified and probably go to prison. And so the cops aren't going to do this because they know that the radical left-wing Democrats in power are going to punish them. And so the cops aren't going to do anything. They're going to stand down. Even if Durkin tomorrow ordered the cops to go in and move them, which she's not going to, the cops wouldn't do it anyway. So this is going to go on for a while. Now, I have to say, initially, I thought Trump should send in the National Guard, the FBI, this and that. Now I think, just let it continue. Let this show continue. Let it be an embarrassment to the left. And from what I can tell, the only reason Durkin came out and conceded that the CHOP needed to be dismantled on Monday is because more reasonable left of center groups put pressure on her saying that the CHOP is an embarrassment. And so now Durkin is under attack by both the right and the center left to crack down on, their cartoon extreme left. But I don't think she's really going to do it. And the police don't want to do it because they don't have the proper tools or the proper support. Meanwhile, there's major indications that businesses are already fleeing the city of Seattle. Schmid Capital Management, which manages $1.6 billion in investments, just announced that they are leaving Seattle. They said that Seattle is no longer conducive to conducting business due to the unrest. In fact, Cole Schmid, the CEO, he said that some office buildings are probably going to be 80% empty in Seattle by October. He said that there is just a major exodus of the business community from Seattle right now. He's moving his capital management firm to, I think he said Phoenix, Arizona. And really, there's just a total collapse of the entire West Coast right now because most of the major cities along the West Coast are all run by insane far-left Democrats, and things are deteriorating fast. All right, thanks for watching this video. Click the like button, post a comment below, and tell me what you think about this. And please consider making a donation to this YouTube channel, as YouTube does not demonetize any of my videos. And I would like to thank Linda, Trey, Charlotte, Gary, David, Derek, Stephen, and Matt. Thank you very much. And also, I'd like to thank the people who are donating $2 or $5 each month on Subscribestar. Thank you for that. And click the subscribe button. New video every few days.